You enter the world in 1889 in a small Austrian town. Congrats, you're baby Hitler. But let's be honest, history won't be kind to you, and frankly, neither will your dad. Alois Hitler is a strict, joyless man who crushes dreams the way a tank crushes cobblestones. And in this case, you're the cobblestone. From the moment you can walk, your father's expectations rain down on you heavily. He wants you to be a government official like him, but you? You have other dreams. You just want to draw, maybe paint, maybe express yourself. But Alois isn't having it. Every time you pick up a pencil, he picks up a belt. Not the healthy father-son relationship you dreamed of, huh? Fast forward to school, and here, you're not the golden child. Your grades are embarrassingly poor, except for art, where you actually shine. But unfortunately for you, no one cares about it. Well, that does not stop you from dropping out at 16 like the rebellious teen you are. Now, you are an unemployed dropout who can kinda draw. That's gotta lead to a great future, right? Since government work is so beneath you, you pack up your oversized ego and head to Vienna to chase your dream of getting into art school. One problem: you are not good enough. The Academy of Fine Arts looks at your portfolio and basically says, meh. So you try again, and guess what? Rejected. Again. Turns out your architectural drawings were decent, but your human figures looked like they were drawn by a drunk blind man. And yet, you thought you were the next Michelangelo. So now, you are a broke, homeless, failed artist wandering the streets of Vienna. Meanwhile, other artists are actually succeeding, probably laughing at you while sipping espresso. This is not the life you pictured. It's 1914, World War I breaks out, and since painting is not paying the bills, you enlist like it is your shot at greatness. You sign up for the German army, dreaming of battlefield glory, and finally proving yourself. Except, they do not trust you with any real responsibility. Instead of commanding troops or doing anything remotely important, you get stuck as a messenger. Your job? Running notes between officers. That's it. You are the war's least exciting delivery boy. What a shame to your dad. You instantly hear the distant whip of his belt in your head. Oh, and in 1918, you get temporarily blinded by mustard gas. So now, you are a failed artist, a war nobody, and also partially blind. Congratulations, your resume is really shaping up. After the war, you conveniently blame Germany's loss on everyone but yourself. You jump into politics, where, somehow, people start listening to you. We will skip the part where this is terrible for humanity. You form the Nazi Party, start spewing propaganda, and try to overthrow the government in 1923. Does it work? Absolutely not. You get thrown into jail faster than your art school application got rejected. While in prison, you decide to write a book, Mein Kampf, which is German for Why My Life Sucks and Everyone Else is to Blame. You think it is groundbreaking, but let's be real, it is mostly rambling nonsense. And yet, against all odds, people take you seriously. You rise to power in the 1930s, fueled by pure arrogance and propaganda. Before long, you are running Germany, standing on balconies, shouting a lot, and making terrible decisions. By 1939, you decide it is time for the big leagues. You invade Poland because, why not? This kicks off World War II. Who would ever be proud about that? And at first, things actually go pretty well for you. You take over a bunch of countries. You are feeling yourself. Your ego is at an all-time high. And then, as always, you mess it all up. First, you cannot take down Britain. Even with a massive military advantage, the Royal Air Force slaps your Luftwaffe out of the sky. That was embarrassing. But do you stop? Nope. Because why would you ever learn from your mistakes? Then, you decide to invade Russia. In winter. In the freaking winter. You know who else tried that? Napoleon. And do you know what happened to him? exactly what happens to you. The Soviet Union steamrolls your army, and now you are scrambling. You led millions of lives into death. Your once loyal generals start turning against you because, shocker, they do not want to go down with the sinking ship that is Nazi Germany. Well, it is 1944. Things are looking grim. Allies are closing in, your best generals are plotting against you, and your inner circle thinks you have lost it. Because, well, you have. Then, the ultimate humiliation. Someone tries to assassinate you. An officer plants a bomb in your meeting room, and it almost works. But you survive with just some burns and busted eardrums. Awesome. Now you are fully paranoid. At this point, you are hiding in a bunker, ranting to yourself while the world moves on without you. Your war is lost. Your empire is crumbling. Your mustache is not even cool anymore. April 1945. It's springtime. But instead of having a great time with your wife and enjoying some time off, the Soviets are storming Berlin, and you find yourself holed up in a bunker, pacing like a rat that finally realizes the trap is closing. The empire you built on fear and delusion is collapsing in real time. And for the first time in your miserable existence, there is no speech, no propaganda, no last-minute miracle to save you. You thought you were destined to rule the world. Instead, your final days are spent in a dimly lit concrete tomb, paranoid, abandoned, and stewing in the bitter realization that you are the architect of your own doom. You were once the loudest voice in Germany, the face on every propaganda poster, the man who convinced millions to march toward disaster. Now, you are a punchline to history's cruelest joke, a cautionary tale of unchecked arrogance and mind-numbing stupidity. The world does not mourn you. The world does not pause. The world moves on, grinding your so-called empire into dust, reducing your name to a symbol of failure so absolute that no one dares speak it with anything but disgust. There are no statues, no grand memorials, no songs of victory in your honor, only the lingering stench of the destruction you caused and the cold reality that the very people you once controlled are now celebrating your demise. And in your final pathetic moment, as the walls close in and the Soviets draw closer, you do not die a warrior or a leader. You die a coward, with a gun in your hand and the weight of total defeat pressing down on your shoulders. What a disaster.